Hello, I am Anna Imagination of the Healing Garden. Today is officially a day that I am declaring a celebration of the self. I am inviting you to please join me on this day. It is the 14th of July, and all the world is so beautiful right now. I am just standing in this massive vibrational frequency that's just under my feet, and it's just pouring right through me. It's the first time I'm feeling the energy flow up. Usually I feel it flow down. I don't know why. To be honest with you, this feels easier. This feels better. And this feels different. But it feels like I'm even more aligned as it flows up through my feet and then out of my head. Usually it flows down into my head, down through my system, and into the ground, which didn't feel good. Like it felt weird. And now that I'm experiencing it flowing up through my feet, I'm going, oh, isn't that interesting? This is definitely different. It's as if the energy is coming to me through my feet. I'm looking at it right now as if I can see the energy. But it feels good. It feels solid. I feel grounded. I just finished my class this morning. I finished my first The Power of Self. And I had one of those weeks where I, more aggressively than I should have, put up my boundaries, roared, went, owie, 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 which is the noise I make when I'm protective. That's the noise my defense system makes. That's it. That's it. My defense system makes that noise. Owie, owie, owie. It reminds me a lot of the Tasmanian devil in Bugs Bunny. And I don't like it. Oh, I got to tell you what happened. I don't like it. I'm somewhere between the subconscious dialogues this morning and the witch's corner. And I'm both right now. And I just feel so... No, I'm not both. I am all of the things that I am at once. I feel like I am at the helm of my ship. And the sky is very clear. And I'm just looking out at the horizon and I see the world ahead of me. And it's a knowing that you are heading in the right direction. And I don't know when my destination is going to reach me. I just know that it will, and that I'm on the right heading, and that I am on the right path. And nothing, no matter what happens, is going to take me off of this path. All I can do is go forward. And I feel so calm. I feel peace. I released a couple videos this morning, and in the middle of me starting up one of my courses, I had this massive epiphany. I love my epiphanies. And because I vlog so much now, I catch a lot of my epiphanies on camera. And I do that through Psych Soup. Psych Soup is where I use exploratory dialogue. And it's where I traverse thought through logic and reasoning, and then I find my way. And right now I need the quiet. And right now it's just me on my ship. I feel like Luffy, only I don't have a barrel. I have a ship. I feel so at peace inside of me, like the vibrations of harmony and knowing and defined self are so solid that I don't doubt. Doubt is when you step back and you question your own truth. That is doubt. Doubt is the act of questioning your own truth. And getting to this point is really difficult. I refer to this as the the process of going from doubt to observing with respect. We are taught, we are groomed. It is really abusively put into us that we have to adhere to the opinions of others. And abusers will take that and accuse you of being close-minded. So they have someone to forcefully listen to their thoughts for validation. They use you as a crutch to validate their own insecurity. And once you realize that that is, in essence, what abuse is, it is just a person who lacks the self so much that they require others to crutch on. And that's it. An abuser requires a crutch. An abuser requires compensation. An abuser requires vicarious life because they won't pursue their own. And for those of us who've been abused or neglected, it's because our abusers, who I am taking to calling Neanderthals, when you grow up in Neanderthal living, you are in most cases a crutch. And when you are a crutch, you are used for the ego of another person. You are used as an ego for another person. And there is this moment where you say no more. And there is this moment where your self-love finally overcomes that and you say, fuck off. And you stand into the light and you decide to abandon the life of a Neanderthal and become a philosopher. Now that's how I see the world. That is exactly how I see the world. But I have found a different way to live. And once I realized that I have found a different way to live, and then I dedicated my life to this lifestyle, I realized that I will not be the first. There will be many people who desire how I live because I've already talked to people and they've already gone, oh my God, how do you live? Welcome to my life. There is no patriarchy in my life. There is no gender. There really is no gender here. Watch Brave New World and you'll get it. There is just my frequency, my vibration, and what I love. And that's it. That is it exactly. That's why I love New York City so much, is because people are not afraid to find their identity here. I have a lady right now outside singing very loudly, "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." That's New York City. There's music everywhere. There's music all over the place. You can't go anywhere without there being music. And not just people singing in the streets. I mean, really fucking good people. There are people who work at the New York Philharmonic, and for extra money, they will go at the subway and just play at the subway for tips. So you literally could be like getting off the train at 42nd Street, and there is a man in a tuxedo playing the cello. Kid you not. And that took up an hour of my time. Like every time I go anywhere, I purposely leave an hour early because I know I'm going to find something really awesome in the subway. And this one time I found a man in a tuxedo playing Bach with his cello. And I talked to him. He was a musician out of the New York Philharmonic. And this is just something he did for extra tips. So I got to sit there and listen to a professional musician for free. You throw him a couple dollars and, oh yeah, life is fucking fantastic. I don't have to pay for tickets to go to a Bach concert. I got it coming right to me off the train. That's delivery. Thank you, New York. More please. And I'm just standing in this moment of the self, and I'm just counting all of my projects and taking my inventory and assessing everything. And the more I develop something, the more I click a little piece of the garden into place, the more I go, whoa, that's the direction I'm taking this. All right, then. And I get excited, and it's so beautiful. And I can't wait until, I'm eager. I can't wait until. And sometimes I get scared and worried about how much I'm going to drown? I'm not going to drown. I'm not going to drown. I'm not going to drown. That is overcoming doubt. It's when you have so little doubt in you that your perspective shifts. When I started this, I said to myself so many times, I'm going to be drowning a lot before I fly. And that was my perspective. And then I said, I don't know how much I'm going to drown before I fly. And there's my perspective. And then I just said, I am not going to drown at all. I am going to fly. I will never know drowning. And there it was. I felt my perspective shift. And as that perspective shift, I felt the energy in the floor shift with it. And it just went right through me. And I went, there it is. That's the perspective shift that I needed. I'm not going to drown. I will not be drowning at all. Manifestation really works in a different way. You can't have little thoughts like that in your mind while you're manifesting A and you're manifesting that without knowledge and think it's going to work out. That's the kick. That's the crux right there. Once you identify all of the toxic beliefs, it shifts on its own, and then you feel it and you go, oh. When you manifest properly, you feel it shift. When you find the right words, you feel it move. I will. I don't believe in the world. I don't believe in the universe. I believe that the universe does not exist. But it's a handy word to communicate to other people. So when I say the universe did, it's just a lot easier. I will absolutely be taking off. I will be. I know where I'm going. I have so many ideas and so many dreams. This is Subconscious Dialogues. I have a group that I just started up called The Journey of the Self. Journey into the Self. And it came to me while I was putting it together. I was actually building, I had come up with this idea of, I need a VIP members only Facebook group. And the purpose of this group is to take them by the hand and bring them into my life and show them this is what authentic living looks like. This is what authentic living feels like. So I'm going to be doing a third podcast because I talk a lot and I have a lot to say, and I love to organize shit. I don't like to go into shifting perspectives and talk about witchy stuff. I don't like to talk about logic and philosophy and psychology when I'm in the witch's corner. In this particular space, I love to drop my hair and just embrace the self. Subconscious Dialogues is actually a full embracing of my acting theatrical self. It's the stage that I have allowed psychological space to say, Anna, step into this space and just put on a show. And I can talk about whatever I want because my identity is not used to that kind of freedom. My identity is not used to that kind of freedom at all. I was going to make short videos, and I do. I have Psych in 5 on my Facebook page, and I do my reels. My reels are only a minute and 49 seconds long, like everybody else's reels. And I do my little Psych in 5s, and I do my Facebook reels. I am not about to cater to the concept that I have to keep videos any less. This is my time, and this is my space, and I am really have an issue with the concept of instant gratification. Let me tell you about instant gratification. I want to point out that it is 14 minutes into this video, and we have already talked about a lot. Because when I give you information, when I put information out there, I really give you fucking quality shit. My words, every one of them packs a punch. I make sure that because words matter to me. Words are a gift. I do not give my words to just anybody. You have to earn my words. When I decide that somebody is not worth my time, the very first thing they lose is my words. If somebody has harmed me so much, I will not speak to them. I will not give them my words because my words are valuable. My love language is words. It is the patriarchy that has conditioned us to seek out and demand instant gratification. Now, at first, when I started podcasting, I thought about marketing. Oh, the patriarchy says I have to keep it 5 minutes or less. Marketing scholars say you have to keep it around 20 minutes or less. Marketing says, according to marketing from the patriarchy, that if it's anything more than 20 minutes, you're going to lose the audience. And that's when I realized just now that they are cultivating instant gratification for those who are living in the patriarchy. Well, that's not what I'm doing now, is it? I want the person, the black sheep in the patriarchy who hates their life. Those are my people. I want the black sheep who hates living in the patriarchy, who says, this fucking sucks. And those people are not seeking instant gratification. Those people have no problem sitting in front of a 1-hour video, even if they have ADD or ADHD. If you make it interesting enough for that person, it becomes their hyperfocus. So the people who want to be here really are here. And I don't have to worry about the length of my videos. And I'm not going to anymore. Because I know that the people who seek instant gratification are going to weed their own selves out. I don't have to do a thing. That is what we call universal justice. That is why you align with the frequency. Everything right now feels right. And I just feel like I'm standing in the middle of it all, just vibrating, going, yes, take it all in, just take it all in. I know where I'm going. And a couple days ago, the universe showed me how I was going to get there. One of these videos is going to go viral. And when it does, it's done. And I just have to sit back and enjoy. So why not just sit back and enjoy right now? Because it is done. Make it so. It's already done. All I have to do is just be myself. And I was scrambling, thinking, oh, what do I have to change? What should I tweak? And I just went, nothing. I don't have to do a thing. All I had to do was realize that I won't be drowning. I won't be drowning at all. I will only be climbing, and then I'm going to be flying. No, there is no drowning. I have been climbing. Drowning is when you do nothing. I do everything. I am home, and I am home, and I am whole. And I don't have to kill myself to get you to listen. I don't have to bend over backwards to break the world to get an audience the universe has given. Living in the patriarchy was hell. It was constantly checking the clock. It was constantly needing to do something or be somewhere. I read a meme today about a lunch break, and my brain went, lunch break? I eat when I'm hungry, not when someone tells me to. And I've been out of the system for so long that I don't remember lunch breaks. They're now foreign to me. And the further away from the patriarchy I get, the longer I'm out, the more the practices make me go, what are you doing? And I wasn't lucky. You cannot look at me ever and say, you are so lucky. Luck. Fuck that shit. This isn't luck. This was blood, sweat, tears, loss, suffering, and hard work. There was no luck. I made this. Now I can show you how I did it. I can build it for you. Well, I can show you all the blueprints, which is what the healing garden actually is. It's the blueprints of how I'm living differently. But no one ever can look at me and say the words, you are lucky. No, I am misfortunate. I am and was the most unfortunate. And I still did it. Because I found the path. I found the way. And what's beautiful is when you know the way, you can't go back. You can't ever be trapped there again because you know the way. It's like you find a key to your shackles. And every night when the guards go to sleep, you just unshackle your legs and you run around and do whatever the fuck you want to do. And then when the guards come back, you just make sure that you're there in time. I did that for 3 years. I found the keys. I put the shackles on. There was one day in 2022, I went, why the fuck? No, it was 2021. There was one day in 2021, I went, why the fuck am I running back to make sure I'm back before the guards get back? Why am I pretending I'm a slave when I have the freedom to run around whenever I want? I was planning on moving to New York City 5 years after I started getting here. Literally 2025. I wanted to make sure my daughter was graduated from high school. And I had one woman. I don't speak to her anymore. I don't know what happened to her. We just kind of fell apart. But she said to me, why are you waiting? And I had no good answer because raising a child in New York City is bad. Who says? So I talked to my friends, all of whom had lived in New York City their entire lives. And I asked them, what was it like growing up in New York City? And they all said to me, I grew up here. Look how I turned out. And they were really awesome people. And I went, what the fuck am I doing? My Neanderthals had told me that if you grow up in New York City, you turn into bad people, which is what Neanderthals say to you. So I got the hell out of Dodge. There is no rush. There is no agency, agenda. There is just me, my stage, and my time. Urgency, the psychology of urgency is something that's always fascinated me. Urgency is a thing that exists in the patriarchy. The patriarchy comes along and says, this is urgent. Why? I remember there was that time where I was in transition between living in the patriarchy and stepping out of it, and I lost the urgency. I decided that nothing was going to make an urgency. Nothing was going to prioritize. Nothing was going to be put on me to pressure me. I remember the day I said, I refuse to let money bully me any longer. Bills became due, and I don't care. The universe will tell me how and when. The universe will find a way. And the universe did. And the universe still does. I don't think about money. The universe just gives. And I trust her too. I live very differently. And every time I take a step closer to my goal, I find more fear buried in my way that has always been there that I couldn't find before. And that's what it feels like, is There's fear ahead of you that you don't realize is there because you have bullshit in front of you, the subconscious mind. So you move the subconscious mind and then you get to see the fear and go, oh, that's been there the whole time. So you remove the fear and then you keep going. And then you get to another stop and you get the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind does this. And you're like, and so you move the subconscious mind, which is what I teach in triadic healing. And then you can finally look and you go, oh, that's what I'm dealing with. And then you can deal with the fear. Now, in my opinion, I would really love it if the subconscious mind just got the fuck out of the way so I could just deal with the fear in one go. Oh, I'm going to manifest that. So I will just address all of my fear in one go and get this cleared up so I can be where I need to be. I will be where I need to be. Now, there's some people who, I don't want to talk about that. I think I need to meditate. And it's just a big pause while I reflect. It's a deep breath in. It's normalizing where you are and making where you are your new norm. It is just getting used to the fact that this is it. I'm starting to wake up. I'm not sleeping nearly as much. I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning. I'm starting to see things. I wake up at like 3, 3:30, 3:45, and I see things very clearly. Last night I woke up at 3:40. I sent some texts to my partner. This morning I looked at them and went, whoa, I said those to him? Okay. Sometimes I feel like the universe decides to manifest me. And sometimes I think that the universe says, so mote it be. And it puts something through so that it manifests my direction. And suddenly I just randomly do things because the intuition says so. And then I step back from it all and I look at it and go, well, that wasn't me. That must have been you. And I just trust her. I'm going to go take some time for myself. I'm going to go take a bath and pretend to be a mermaid while I take my bath, which I have done since I was 5 years old. And I am going to just say to myself, this is your life, Anna. This is where you are. Just take it in. Just absorb it. This is what peace feels like. So I have membership now available on my website called Journey into the Self, where we're going to step into a walkthrough. It is behind the scenes on Authentic Living, and it also includes all of my Power of Self courses, which literally releases a new course every month. Today, I just finished up my first course. So you get access to the full archives and all courses coming forward. So that is now available for monthly and or annual membership. It is $120 a month or $1,200 a year. And then that will give you access to my courses, which are $1,000 per course. So if you are wanting to step into this lifestyle, I have a beautiful video where I break down exactly what the Healing Garden does, what it looks like, and what you are accomplishing, what the goal is with the Healing Garden. That video is on my homepage, annashealinggarden.org. Watch that video, determine if it's for you, and if it is, design your journey. You can go in, you can pick from triadic healing, which is the whole thing is triadic healing. I don't have multiple types, it's just triadic healing. You can get triadic healing in step-by-step classes. So you just buy your first class, and then you buy your second class, and then you buy your third class. Then there is the Power of Self triadic healing, where it's every month, it's ladder learning. So you get the first triadic healing course, and then it just stacks. And then I have alignments, workshops, where it is a very short bundle, which is about $500. It's about 2 days worth, and it's focused on just. So you just get grief, or you just get love and romance, or you just get shadow work. And then the last one is the master classes, where it's literally all of my course material that covers triadic healing. It's all of my course material that handles triadic healing plus manifestation. And then there's triadic healing that covers self-empowerment, goddess training, living in the patriarchy if you also have to overcome being a woman living in this society. And then the last one is triadic healing for love, relationships, romance. I'm also doing a parenting course that's coming up in December. So it's all triadic healing. It's just how you want your triadic healing. And then I have membership where you get monthly exposure to the power of self and triadic healing, as well as accountability buddies. It's a process. It's a whole thing. I'm going to also be putting together like a guided catalog or a brochure so you can understand all of my classes and what they all entail. I'm probably going to do like an actual webinar with graphics so you can see this is what this looks like. So thank you so much. And may the kindest of words always find you.